Hello class 5 learners, welcome to most popular Facebook page ঘরে বসে শিখি. My sweet learners, how are you? I hope that you stay home and safe with your family. I am fine also. Dear learners, you know that COVID-19 pandemic breaks out all over the world. We are also safe. We don't fear COVID-19, but we obey some health rules like wash your hands according to rules, wear masks when you go out, maintain social distance, no touch your eyes, nose and mouth unnecessary, etc. Okay, my students, I introduce myself and today's lesson. Subject English, class 5. Today's lesson WS question where and when. Where and when. I am Mohammad Altaf Hussain, acting head teacher 47 nong Paskati Government Primary School, Busaidhar, Shuriatpur. Okay, my students, I hope that you like song. Now we are going to hear a song. Okay, my students?
It's time to go away. Bye, goodbye. I wish you a good day. Bye, goodbye. It's time to go away. Bye, goodbye. I wish you a good day.
Okay, my students, you heard the song. Thank you. Now I am going to our lesson. I take English subject till to before. So I take today question number 9. WS question. Question number 9. WS question. Today's lesson only where and when. Only where and when. Okay, my sweet learners, I am going to lesson. So we know that there are 9 WS words like who, whose, whom, which, where, when, why, what, and how. Okay. Now I discuss WS word where. Where, my sweet learner, I written the structure where. Structure at first where, then we used auxiliary verb do oblique does oblique did, then subject, next action verb, at last we used extension. Okay, first statement number 1. Tanvir and Tanmoy stay at home. Underline word at home. Underline word at home. At home is the place indicator word. So we use W Tanvir and Tanmoy. So we use auxiliary verb do. according to rules. Then subject Tanvir and Tanmoy. Tanvir and Tanmoy. Here is the action verb stay. Stay. Then at last we use interrogative sign. Okay. My students, are you clear? I read the interrogative and read the WS question sentence. Where do Tanvir and Tanmoy stay? Where do Tanvir and Tanmoy stay? Next, statement 2. My students, Laila washes her hands from tubewell. Laila washes her hands from tubewell. Underline word from tubewell. It is the place indicator words. So we use at first WS word where. Same before where. Where. Then we used auxiliary verb does, because here the action verb was. Then adding the last position of is, so we use auxiliary verb does. Then subject Laila. Laila. And action verb was. We write was, not washes, because before you use auxiliary verb does. Okay. Then extension her hand. Her hands. At last we use interrogative sign. Okay. Okay, dears. I hope that you are clear. I repeat the WS sentence. Where does Laila wash her hands? Where does Laila wash hands? Wash her hands. Okay. Statement number 3. I used marks in the out place. I used marks in the out place. Underline word in the out place. It is the place mentioned word. So, at first we used interrogative word where. Where. Then we write auxiliary verb did. Did. Because the action verb is from to, that means the past form. So, according to rules, we use auxiliary verb did. Okay, my students. Then subject. Here is the subject staying I. We know that I or we subject instant. It is the change. Then instead of I and we use you. You. Then action verb use. We don't write used because before we use auxiliary verb did. So we right use. Okay. Then we brings extension marks. Last we use interrogative sign. So I read the sentence. Where did you use marks? Where did you use marks? Okay, sweet learners. Then number 4. We are going to use of this question. When? When? I write when instead of where. Others word and rules are same. So statement number 4. We see that statement number 4. We go to school at 9 a.m. We go to school at 9 a.m. Underline word at 9 a.m. This is the underlined word is time mentioned word. And so we used at first when. When. Then auxiliary verb do. Then subject has the same subject we. So we use you before the same rule, the statement number 3. When do you action verb go. Then the extension to school. To school. At last we use interrogative sign. So when do you go to school? When do you go to school, my sweet learners? Then statement number 5. Maria gets up early. Maria gets up early. Underline word early. Early is the time mentioned word. So we used at first when. When we use auxiliary verb does. When does. Here's the subject Maria. Maria. And action verb get up. We don't get up because before we use as a auxiliary verb does, so we use only get up. At last we use the interrogative sign. Okay, I read the sentence. When does Maria get up? When does Maria get up? Okay, my sweet learner, at last, and the statement number 6, I read out. Bangladesh became independent in 1971. Bangladesh became independent in 1971. Underline word in 1971. In 1971 is the time mentioned word. So we used the same WS word when. When as an auxiliary verb we used did because here the action verb is past from became. So we use did, then subject Bangladesh. Bangladesh. And the extension, no, then we use action verb. Action verb become. Then we use extension independent. Independent. At last we use the interrogative side. So I read out the WS question sentence. When did Bangladesh become independent? When did Bangladesh become independent? Okay, my sweet learners, I hope that the class you are more understanding, and I hope that you will do same problem. Okay, I take to you some home tasks. Home tasks. My students, you write down your exercise book. Please take your exercise book. Statement 1. The students live at Gosaighar. Again, the students live at Gosaighar. Statement 2. Tony sings song any function. Tony sings song any function. Underline word any function. Statement 3. We went to school. We went to school. Underline word to school. To school. Statement 4. I play cricket in the afternoon. I play cricket in the afternoon. Underline word in the afternoon. In the afternoon. Next, the statement number 5. Tuli eats an apple in the morning. Tuli eats an apple in the morning. Underline word in the morning. At the last statement, that means the number 6. They came to museum yesterday. They came to museum yesterday. Underline word yesterday. Okay, my dear sweet learners of class 5, I hope that you will do the home tasks and send me my Facebook option. I meet to you next class. Bye bye. Okay.